Now what is it you're wanting to talk about? More things. Right here and then here. Yes.
Thank you very much for calling on me. Do we come back and try it again?
From what perspective are you speaking?
I live this life. I'm gone. I kick the bucket or croak is the way you describe it. I do believe that you come back again and again and again. Because I think that, for example, and I wanted to ask you this, is that you've chosen to channel through Esther because you don't have a physical body that can smell and touch and feel and experience the physical. So your avenue through to this physical world is through Esther.
Again, another flawed premise, so let us see if we can clean this up a little bit.
That's why I'm here.
It isn't that we need Esther to channel through. It's that we are source energy of which she is a part. In other words, we want you to work on not seeing that which is Abraham, that which is source, as different from that which is Esther and that which is you. You are the leading edge physical manifestational extension of that which is us. And we're always channeling through all of you. But this workshop, which we are calling the Art of Allowing, is to try to get you to be conscious of us, so that you can close the gap between you and us, so that we can always channel through you.
So we can be one.
But we are one with you, whether you are one with us or not. In other words, we're having that leading edge experience through you. It's only you who are depriving yourselves of the joy of us. We've always got the joy of us.
Then does any of the Abraham vibrations then ever choose to come into physical and leave the Abraham group?
Again, another flawed premise that you're beginning with. We're having fun with you.
That's fun.
We like these questions very much. Well, your question implies that it's either physical or non-physical, that it's either you or us, that it's either dead or alive, when what we are trying to help you to understand is that it's always non-physical energy and sometimes focused in a particular physical body. So we could not be more physical than we are through you. We could not be more physical than we are through Esther. That would be like saying the electricity comes through the walls and makes the toaster work. And Abraham, will the electricity all just come and be a toaster? And we say, well, if it did, then what would make the toaster toast? In other words, there's always the current or the energy that has the leading edge extension. And so we are the non-physical energy that comes all the way to the leading edge. We understand the confusion. As we first began visiting through Esther with those like you, we realized that most of you had a sense of the non-physical, but you really had no clue that you are worthy extensions of non-physical energy on the leading edge of thought. So we've been offering a variety of words to help you to begin to accept who you really are. And so in the beginning we spoke of the physical you and the inner being you, because most of you were aware of the physical you and you were aware of God and you were aware of what you called souls, but you weren't really thinking in terms of your own active, in the moment, aware of you, inner being. And so we spoke of the physical you and the inner being you in the very first writings and words that we spoke through Esther, in order to try to get you to try to accept that there is a you that is another perspective than the you know in this personality that is you. But even in doing that, we tend to separate you, because it sounds like the physical you and the non-physical you, the alive you and the dead you. And then we still get questions like, well, Abraham, will you ever decide to be physical? And we say, what we're really wanting you to hear is that we are physical because you all are here, and you are the leading edge of that which is us, or that which is source, or that which is God, whatever you want to call it. And now we're wanting you to stop using separating terms and start talking about the me that is me. And that's why we're now talking about these 2 points of vibrational relativity. You're in this body looking out through the only perspective that you can really find, which is causing you to want things beyond what you currently have, and that non-physical part of you is going there. And now this workshop is about getting the rest of you up to speed with where the rest of you is, you see. So Yes, we will continue to be in physical form again and again and again. But like the electricity that powers a toaster, non-physical will never all come and only be physical. And now, as you grasp that concept, now we want the toaster to be one with the energy. In other words, we want there to be no separation between where the energy or electricity ends and where the toaster begins. Sounds like a perfume commercial, doesn't it? We want you to be the extensions of that non-physical energy that is really you. And in your very wonderful words, stop splitting hairs about what part of me is having this experience. And just begin to know that if it's a wonderful experience, the whole of me is having it. If it's an awful experience, then I'm off having it on my own because Source didn't go there with me. That's why your emotions feel like they do. If you're focused upon something that makes you feel bad, and instead of making you feel bad, it made you feel good, that would mean that Source was in agreement with it. But Source will never come and agree with you about your inferiority or someone else's, or about your unworthiness in someone else's. Source will always hold to the leading edge standard that you have caused Source to become. Mm-hmm. And you'll never be happy unless you get up to speed with the leading edge perspective that you have caused Source to become. Mm-hmm. Good.